Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a custom template for your drawings. So if I open up a new drawing file, being a little bit slow today. Okay, right. So if I create a new drawing file, normally we can just choose one of these standard templates. Okay, so normally we just pick A2, A3, A4, whatever it is, and SolidWorks gives us a default template. Now that's fine, we can accept that, but sometimes these templates aren't that ideal. They've got a lot of sort of things on that we don't really use or don't need. So we might want to create our own template. Maybe we just put our P number on it and we can set it up ourselves. So to create our own ones, we need to create one for each paper size that we're going to use. But just for now, let's create our own A2 template. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on an existing A2 template and we're just going to edit this to make it personal. So click OK. So when you come into your drawing mode, as normal you see the template and it's all greyed out in the background. The first thing it normally asks you to do is if you want to place the model into the scene. Let's just not do that for now. Let's just exit that and go back to the sheet. When we're in the sheet, right click and go to Edit Sheet Format. Everything goes blue and we can see what's going on. Now looking at this, we probably don't need a lot of this information. I mean, this thing, these names, these signatures, approved by, sheet finish, etc. We probably don't need half of that, to be honest. So let's just drag over it with a mouse and let's just hit delete. Okay. Just going to delete some of these lines, get rid of these, and maybe trim back these lines. So I'm going to click on the end of that line, bring it back in, and just tidy it up. Because to be honest, I think I really, for most of the time, only need a small little table here just to tell me what the project is, what my P number is, what format the drawing's in, etc, etc. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my lines back into there, and I'm just going to hit delete on these areas here. Now, what have I got in my table at the bottom? Well, do not scale drawing, that's fine, we can probably leave that. Revision number, we can add a revision number in there. The title, we can leave that because that will pick up the part number or the part name of our drawing, so we want to leave that in there. This bit here, drawing number 1. Now, I'm not sure if we quite need that, so I might replace that in a minute. Maybe with the angle. This would be a good place to put our angle of our drawing. If it's first angle or third angle, what projection are we looking at? Scale 1 to 1, we'll leave that there, and we can change that if we need to. And sheet 1 of 1, well, that will update as well if we've got multiple sheets of the same drawing. Okay, so we've got this little box here at the top, and in this box here, I think I want to put my P number. It's a bit of a nice empty box that I can add in my P number. So to do that, I'm going to go to Annotations and just add in a note. Just add in a note. And in my note, I'm just going to put in my P number. There we go. Choose an appropriate font, choose an appropriate size, make it look nice, etc. And OK that. So I can add in my P number at the top. That's good. And hopefully once you set this drawing up, it will be ready for the next 3 years. Because your P number won't change. The table will update itself depending on the title of the part. And we can set the projection here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this drawing 1. And instead, double click on this. And I'm going to write angle. Okay, so this will be my angle of projection. Now, I could just write third angle in there or something like that. Or I could actually use the third angle projection symbol. Now, you can find this on Blackboard. You can find it in week 19. And if you download this third angle projection block, just as a file, so just download it, and all we need to do is we need to drag it into our SolidWorks model. So I'll just minimise that so we can see what's happened. So I've dragged it in. Here's my projection block. I'm just going to pop it in this corner over here and click the tick. The reason I'm putting it over here is just so I know where it is, and so I can just maybe resize it before I drag it into my angle position. can drag it into where I want it to be, the angle there, and on the side, this parameters, so make that a little bit bigger so we can see what's happening. On the side, the parameters, that says the size of this little block. One seems a little bit big because it's a bit overflowing, so maybe I want to drop it down to 0.8, drag that in, and I can pop that into my box. So now I've got my P number, I've got my drawing name, and I've got my angle of projection. Perfect. Now when I zoom out and have a look at my drawing, around the outside I've got this border, and the default SolidWorks border has this like A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 grid around it. It's a bit like a map, you know, where it has the grid references on it. To be honest, I don't know if I really like it, I don't know if I really need it half the time, so personally I normally delete them. So when I set up my own format, I just have a single black line. So we can just drag over it, and we can just delete all of the elements around the outside. So just dragging over with our mouse, select it all, and delete it. This might take a tiny bit of time to make sure you've got all of those elements. It can be a tiny bit faffy, but once you do it once, you never have to do it again to get rid of them all. Cool, so that's all that one done. No, I missed it on that side. We have to do some of these individually. So it won't take too long to do. Okay, right, so there we go. I've deleted all of those lines around the outside. And once I'm happy, I can click on that and exit back to my normal drawing mode. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, I can go File, Save Sheet Format, and make sure you don't just save it back in the standard sheet format area, because remember that's local to the computer that you're working on. So instead, give it a name, Tim something, save it in your document, save it in a place where you'll always know where to find it and that you can link back to. Okay, I'm just going to put it on my desktop for now and save that format. Now, whenever I open a new document, so if I go for a new drawing, okay, instead of clicking A2 or A3 or anything like that, I can browse to find my own sheet format. I can just go to my desktop. Here it is, here's my format that I've just created. Open that up and click OK. And now I've got my sheet format already, and I can add in, I don't know, like my assembly model, if I want to. Whatever I'm creating. You see, so it comes straight in to my existing sheet format.